Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as Clan Mulder going up against Clan Angrand. We're going up against a little bit more than 2 full stacks. We've got 2 full stacks, but the odds are not particularly good in this particular situation here, and the guy's not able to handle it. Now, before we get into the actual disaster battle, I want to actually run a little bit of a community experiment with you guys. So, I monitor Total War Warhammer 3 pretty closely, pretty much every single day. And I think the state of the game at the moment is pretty good post Thrones of Decay. But I've definitely noticed that the reviews for Total Warhammer 3 are still at mixed. So I've had a little bit of an idea. Why don't, for a little bit of a change of pace, instead of doing some sort of negative post about Total War or Creative Assembly, why don't we do a positive one for now and just basically flex the might of this community? So what I want to do is encourage all of you guys to just pause this video, when I'm finished talking about this, and go and put a positive review about Total War Warhammer 3 if you're enjoying it currently. If you've currently left a negative review, I would encourage you to reconsider that negative review and leave a positive one. And in your review, somewhere in it, you can write whatever you want, but just put in Total War Community somewhere within it, just so that basically what I'm trying to do here is basically let Creative Assembly know that there is a massive community behind this game, and that if they support the game, we will support the game as well. And if they don't support the game, we also don't support the game, which is what happened with what's it called, Shadows of Change. Shadows of Change is why this is sitting at mixed, but in my opinion, Thrones of Decay should have redeemed that. So that's what I'm asking you guys to do. You don't have to do it. I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm just saying it would be cool if we could do something. I'd like to see to get all reviews back up to mostly positive by the, let's just say, one day. And if you guys can do that, awesome. That's all. So I'm going to post this here. Positive review. That's all it's going to say. And let's go into this battle. So we've got mixed army here. I definitely want to be controlling large army because I think that we can actually get a really good team together if both of them show up on the battlefield at a time. Also, looking at the battle difficulty here, I'm going to bump it up. It doesn't... The difference between hard and very hard on... Remember to hit apply this time here. Actually, let me just double check I did that. Yeah, I've got it right this time. The difference on auto resolve between hard and very hard is pretty much identical, but it will affect the AI on the battlefield, especially with the cheats. Okay, so let's jump in here and see how we go. So yeah, just once again on that stuff, you don't have to do it. I'm just asking, it just take 2 minutes out of your day to just write a real simple positive review if you're enjoying the game. Obviously, if you're not enjoying it, don't put a positive review in, And we'll just see what happens. Maybe positive change will happen because of it. Maybe not. We'll see. You can always remove your review later down the track if you don't agree with it. Because I do think that post Thrones of Decay, Total Warhammer 3 is shaping up pretty good. I think we've been eating pretty well recently. And it looks like it at this stage that we'll be eating pretty well in the next DLC as well, without having known any details about it. But we'll see how we go. Alright, so here was my plan. I really do need the monsters to come in as early as possible. I'm going to fall back a little bit just to buy myself more time. It's likely that they'll wait for their reinforcements to arrive before they show up. I really don't like how green it gets when Skaven Corruption's high. But the biggest problem I think is going to be the artillery. And we're not going to be able to get at their artillery using our infantry. Throt will be able to get there because he's quick. But the others won't be able to get there. And they'll just absolutely hammer all of these guys. So we need to get the monsters in, get around, take out the artillery before they smash our infantry. And then our infantry should perform reasonably well with their army if we combine it with the rat ogres. See, I want to use the brood horrors to go in and take out the artillery. I think that the hell pit abominations are simply too slow for this. Alright, going to put these guys out front just to begin with, so that if they're going to shoot at anything, let them shoot at that while we move back a little bit. Bit higher ground over here, but it looks as though they're going to, yeah, they're going to wait. Right, we got Gorich, we've got a Packmaster. So reinforcement from there, 2 minutes. This one, okay, so that'll come in its entirety before any of those come in. Alright, let's speed this up. Because yeah, just going back in that previous topic, I don't think it's actually going to take that many reviews to get it back up to mostly positive. Like maybe a couple of hundred. Oh, you've got a mutation that's bad on this one. Wait, what happened with this? Why was it so badly damaged? Doesn't look like you mutated. What happened? It came onto the battlefield and just got damaged all of a sudden. I don't know. Okay, well, Throt is going to take these guys. Because they're all going to be roughly the same speed, right? Yep, good. I usually like to keep control groups of units that are in the similar speed. So, 64 speed and... Oh, wow, Gorich is fast. Alright, I'm going to put Gorich in charge of the Hell Pit Abominations. Go sit on the flank over there. These guys here, mix in with the infantry. Okay. It's regenerating, but what caused it to take damage like that? I don't know. Oh god. Jeez. Okay, I gotta do a better job of dodging. Okay, Throt, could you heal this one? Which one is it? This one? Alright, let's just wait in here. We'll hide. And what I'll do is wait until they advance a little bit and we'll run through their center. Okay, then just get organized over here. Alright, let's move the Plague Claw catapults just back a little bit. It's going to take a little while for them to get here. And also, we don't really want our maximum range to be at that forest there, because that'll provide missile block for them. Also, I should probably read out the email, give some context of the situation. He says, "Hey Legend, long time viewer, first time submission. I'm trying to make a melee infantry army with tons of augments, and I don't want to lose this army. Before the end turn, I set 2 ambushed with 2 of my armies, one of them being my augment infantry army. I managed to completely delete their first army in an ambush, but now I'm getting attacked by 2 stacks and a little bit. I've gotten close to beating it, but I'm having a hard time microing all the different units. Hope you can save it." Okay, cool. So yeah, you got a lot of variety in here, which is why we need to use control groups, and we need to set up different plans. So the quick ones, their job is to take out the artillery, and this one here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to be very careful with them because they're quite vulnerable to just about every single dwarf unit. And because the dwarfs are not large units, their anti-large goes to waste, so we've got to be careful here. Which is why I put them on the side, as opposed to mix them with these guys. These ones will do just fine because they're neither anti-large or anti-infantry. They're just armor piercing, which again is good against the dwarves. They're on the attack, right? What's going on? Okay, they're advancing. That's it. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, if we use Menace Belows right now, it's not going to do anything. They're just going to instantly rout. So what I'm trying to do here is just wait till they get a little bit closer. Before we run in. Just seeing what tools we have at our disposal. Actually, you know what? You're on a, yeah, you should be in this group as well.
Good hunting ground.
Let's get you in here.
Come, beast pets.
Alright, you're on guard mode. Nope, let's put that on. So yeah, we just want to make sure that the Menace Belows that we've got will actually do something. They're going in fairly wide. Heard the cannon go off. I think they're... Okay, hang on. They've detected us here. With their gyrocopters. Alright, go underneath them. So they drop their bombs, because it's not going to do anything to us. And they'll drop them real quick. Good. Cool. Alright, go, go, go. Right, punch through them. Oh god, this one here. They really want to kill this one, don't they? Okay, get this one out of here. Got to get to those artillery right now. Okay, now that there's a bit of distance, let's get that going. I know we've got this as well, but that is probably better used on units that don't naturally regen. We've also got these. Yeah, you come back over here. We don't want to lose any units if we can avoid it. This as well. Try to take out these artillery. And that's it. It's getting there. Okay, don't worry about those gyrocopters. Can't do anything about it. That's it. Now, it's better, in my opinion, not to spread out our units, because they tend to rout a lot quicker. Oh god, those cannons over there, they need to go. Yeah, loads of artillery here that need to be dealt with. Okay, how we going here? Let's get a heal on this one. Okay, these rats, wolf rats aren't going to last too long, but they're kind of better at dealing with the artillery than brood horrors. Is that we needed fast units over here. We didn't have any regular wolf rats in the army. They're shooting back at us a little bit, but the brood horrors have just about done their job. Yeah, that's it. Try to shoot at Throt, because he doesn't seem to be taking much damage. Looks like you've got him under a lot of missile resistance. I gotta get this one here off the battlefield. Come on, go, go, go. Because they brought Slayers or something over here. Go, go, go. Just get out of here. Like I said, this is why we don't want to keep them isolated. Ah, crap. Here's the next problem that we face. Okay, just hang back over here for now. We've just about dealt with all the artillery. Just about. Maybe I should have ordered more. Okay, what's shooting at us? Yeah, there's a cannon over there. Okay, I'm going to put these guys here in control group 3, but it's a locked control group, so they can be charged in formation. Okay, now that cannon that's over here, we got to get rid of that. Okay, let's get these ones down. I want them to take out the cannons instead. Okay, here we go in here. Alright, okay, don't worry about that control group after all. Let's go. Yeah, I can see where this guy might have had some trouble with the microing of this. So, we want to pop this down on our infantry because it actually revives entities. Okay, have these guys here act as a bit of a flanking force. Definitely don't want to be fighting Slayers with them. This one's got some magic we could use. Death Frenzy might actually be best. It adds area of effect. That way we get some pretty good stat buffs on them all. Okay, let's pop this down here. Get some healing in.
Move like wind.
How are we going here? Okay, I think that Throt's group has done its job. Watch out for Iron Drake Troll Hammer Torpedoes, that's for sure. Now we don't really want to go too wide, because if you go super wide, what ends up happening is that units, because they're relatively low morale, will end up breaking. The downside of doing that is sometimes they can pin you down a bit and cause you problems. Alright, we're done out here. I'm going to get Control Group 1, bring it over this way. I'm going to put... Where's that other unit that was originally in Control Group 1? There it is. Put that back into Control Group 1. Just hang back over here until a bit later on. Just give them a bit of a chance to heal. Alright, Control Group 4 for that one. And let's unlock that one. don't worry at all about the gyrocopters. I know they're a really dangerous unit, but we don't really have anything that's particularly effective against them right now, so I'd say just ignore them. Popping down Howling Warp Gale will only stop them from moving, which isn't really going to be a huge concern, because they shoot. Okay, Gorich is there. Isolate. Let's pop some of this stuff down. And that heal. Alright, where's this one? Let's go Death Frenzy over here. So it gives us a lot of extra damage output. Okay, now you can go sort that out. Alright, there's definitely a decent amount of damage being done, especially to the rat ogres, because they're easiest to shoot because they're big. But we can still potentially heal quite a lot of them using Molder Clanstone. So as soon as we're done with this here, I'm going to pull them back into a nice big blob and heal them. Okay, let's start bringing them back over and look for targets that we can take out. They did a great job taking out the artillery, but they didn't do it without any damage. Oh, we've also got this. Necroparasites. Yeah, let's use that. Plus, they've also got Death Frenzy there. A few of them have it. Right, let's pop that down. Hang on. What are you shooting at? Okay, there we go. We've won. Alright, everyone, get back over here. Actually, these ones here don't need it. You go and run them down where possible. But Control Group 3 specifically, get it into a nice big blob and we'll try to get these heals in. And restore as much of it as we can. I think there's still a few Slayers hanging around. Yeah, it's okay. We'll be able to handle that. Just get in there. That's it. That's right, this guy's in that control group. Okay. No, don't shoot anymore. No, shoot, just not close to our troops. Yeah, to get that hammer up. Get them in there. Actually, no, Control Group 2 doesn't need to do it because they regenerate naturally. Alright, pop that down in there. Make sure this guy here dies if you wouldn't mind. And what we might be able to do is actually revive some of these guys. Now, we also want to keep the enemy forces around a little bit longer so that we can get that last Molder Clanstone going. So we can do a bit of herding around with that, if possible. I don't think I lost any units in this battle, but it was pretty quick considering the size of it. This one here is having a hard time running it down. This one here is actually really struggling. Yeah, you got to be careful with Warp Lightning Rod. It's not really a great ability because they'll hurt themselves. Yeah, probably won't be able to revive that much of them. Let's see what other abilities we've got for healing. So this is really good for after the battle for sure. But using them during battle... Probably should have, but I just... Like, it's not my army. I haven't played Clan Molder in a while, actually. And we got through it in the end without... I think without much damage at all. Alright, get over there. We need to hold them in here for another minute, which that looks quite possible if this one here could just hang around. But we still want to damage the army as much as possible. Let these guys get some heals in. See if we can revive some of these rat ogres. Yeah, it's reviving some of them. I don't think they're all going to come back, but it's a couple. Man, that one went from, what, 8 to 11? That's not too bad. Alright, cool, that'll do. And there you go, decisive victory. Jeez, we took next to no casualties. Because the army that he had wasn't the problem. He just, like he said, he just couldn't microwave. This is too much to deal with. Here's what I usually suggest to people. If you're able to build like really strong armies, but you can't use them very well, try to simplify what you're doing. Like, you've got a whole bunch of different melee infantry here. You're probably just trying too hard to, like, focus on the abilities. Notice how I didn't use the abilities at all in the battle, really? Because it's not important. Sometimes you can end up missing the bigger picture tactically because you're too busy pressing all the fucking buttons for stats, when we just didn't need to do any of that, really. So if you're not good at micro, don't build don't build super micro intensive ability heavy armies where you have to pick every single unit and punch right down all their abilities. Because yeah, like I said, we didn't need to do that. All right, let's get you. Yeah, max. I actually should have gotten some more menace blows, but I didn't know what his food supplies were at. Let's get your replenishment, because it looks like your financial situation is fine. And let's have a look what else goes on in this turn. Sure, there'll be a lot of people be like, how is this a disaster battle? Yeah. People who are newer to the game, because don't forget, right, this was on normal campaign difficulty. It's pretty fair to assume it was on that, wasn't it? I think it was on that. You can always, wasn't this on normal? Wasn't it like there? I can't remember. I think it was on hard. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, don't forget that disaster battles and disaster campaigns are not reserved for people that only play on legendary difficulty. If anything, they're the lowest priority people. Because most of the people who play on legendary difficulty probably don't really get into disasters that often because they've learnt through their mistakes already. But yeah, he had all the tools that he needed to do well in that battle. Like I said, we had a plan. The plan went pretty well. I think what ended up happening is the artillery fucked him up. He didn't try to take out the artillery early. And the thing is with taking out artillery, it's so important to recognize that the enemy army will leave their artillery undefended once they've started advancing. So attack their artillery once they've reached that point. Get in there, get their artillery shooting so they're not advancing, and then take them all out. Because yeah, I think that's what got him. If the artillery were pounding down on his infantry line, they would have done so much damage. And in that battle there, they didn't get any chance to do that. Okay, let's try and skip some of this here. Sometimes I worry in some of these later stage campaigns that they're going to get into another disaster battle during it, but no, we're good. So, you are... We didn't get fully replenished here, because... Although those ones did, but the single entities didn't. But these ones here can regenerate in battle, so you're essentially at full strength. But yeah, it's good that you've got the Clan Molder Clan Stone. You've still got that for 7 turns. That's a really good one. And that's all that's left of these guys here. You should easily be able to finish them. Were they endgame crisis? I think they are, because I can't select them. We have a look here. Yeah, it looks like they're endgame crisis. Let me just check. If I go to victory conditions here, yeah, the endgame crisis is dwarf endgame crisis. That's why. Yeah, so all of their technologies are finished. But yeah. Using these kind of armies here like this, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but if you're having trouble with micromanaging a lot, building these kind of armies can be really good for practice, for sure, but at the same time, if you're looking to have an easier campaign, then simplify things as much as possible. So building loads of abilities into these units, that can be very useful for sure, but don't press those abilities at the cost of missing the bigger picture of actual tactics, because in most cases, especially this one here, those abilities didn't matter, and what mattered was isolating their artillery from their infantry, and then having our infantry fight their infantry in a relatively fair engagement. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.